Ladies and gentlemen, it's the 6S Kagama. It's been 1 year, so it's time to do our 1-year review. Gotta have it. You know, as the drill sergeants always said, hydrate, private, hydrate. So there we go. We are hydrating. So check it out, the 6S Kagama. It's been 1 year. So before we get into the rolling action, I want to go over just a few of the cons. I like to do that while it's sitting still. We do have some stickers coming up here. Right here in the hood is like a huge bulging area, and it's coming from these shock towers. I did put some foam in here for these braces, but I thought these were low enough it wouldn't hit the body, but obviously I was wrong. No fan on the motor. I think that's kind of a bad thing, especially, you know, where they run these things, it's a bit cooler, but here in the States, especially in Florida, we really do need fans on everything. Battery trays on just about all Corrales are a weak point. They tend to break here, especially in the front. As the batteries shift forward, there's a notch right here cut into the front on both sides, and it kind of leaves that little wiggle room there in the front, and that's where it'll break. These straps are also known to be pretty weak and break. Now, I have one I haven't put in here yet, but I do have one from Garage Life RC. Nice Kevlar straps and a beautiful battery tray. Works really well. The servo is decent. I really recommend, if you buy this, get the programmer, or you can use the button, but up the voltage. I found from the factory setting, the voltage is too weak to keep the wheel straight. Another weak point with this is the wing. You will probably rip this wing off at some point. To me, I put this wheelie bar. It's not meant for the Kagama, but it goes in. There was a few small minor modifications I had to do to get it go on. It wasn't that terrible. You can go back to my playlist and check out when I installed this thing if you're interested in there. Now, I will say, so far this really hasn't been one of my most favorite RCs, and it's because of the ESC. Now, talking to Team Corrale, they said that they added some timing to this ESC, and I'll try to show you going down here on the road. You'll go, and then all of a sudden it just kicks in like full power, and it just picks up the front end, and it makes it a little hard to drive. One of the real hard things you'll have with this RC is air control. Now, I know, like, Razor RC promoted this thing as like the greatest RC ever, and I quizzed him about it, and I must have really pissed him off because now he blocked me. My comments don't show up, but I asked him, I said, why didn't you bring up the fact that this thing is really touchy, especially on the brakes for air control and all that? And he said, well, he liked it. Well, it doesn't matter if you like it or if you think it's great. It also doesn't matter. I mean, if you're jumping something as high as this tree and you got all the time in the world to correct, that helps. But, you know, for most people, they're going to find it a bit challenging, and I think it's important to point that out. Let's point out a few really nice things that Team Corrale does, like these metal cups here that help support the screws from pulling through the plastic. Also here, it's hard to see, but your drive cups in here are a spring steel. It's supposed to be a steel. It's very strong, and that if it does warp out of shape, it's supposed to go back to its original shape. And then the CNC machine gears that are in all the differentials. So they put their money into a lot of the parts that you don't see on the outside. I will say another slight issue a lot of people have is these wheel nuts are not serrated. So they do tend to work loose. So if you have one, make sure you keep an eye on keeping those things tight. I will point out one more negative that it seems to be not just me, a lot of people. The shock standoffs here on the front, this upper one, I broke that on my initial review on a bad landing, but I've had a lot of people complain about how weak they are. Now, Team Corrale told me that the reason they do that is it's a fuse. They'd rather you break that than bend the shock tower and end your day. You can just quickly replace that piece. I don't know, when you got a lot of RC cars, that gets to be a bit much. So just take that for what it is. That's what they told me, that they designed it to be that way. I will say these differentials do tend to leak quite a bit, because look at how bad that front's ballooning. I'm pretty sure all the dang fluid is leaked out. Tires, extremely grippy in grass. You will get a lot of these flips like that. These things have some aggressive knobbies. Do make it grip. It makes it kind of hard to maneuver and handle in grass, but they have extremely soft sidewalls. So if you look at how far they balloon. That's for bashing, for air control. But these knobbies are so aggressive. It does traction roll quite a bit. See how, like, so I'm going to start coming at me, and then I'm going to go full throttle, and look, it already had all that speed. And see, now I go full throttle, and it just picks up that front end. So it does make it hard to drive, because right there, as soon as I go full throttle, it's just wanting to pull that front end up. Now, if you're just bashing, maybe that's a good thing, but if you're actually trying to drive it, it does get a little crazy. Now, I have gone in, I've turned the punch all the way down on this to try to calm it down, but it just, for what I said, like the Hobby Wing, you gotta understand, the Hobby Wing ESCs have this like turbo timing that you can add, and that's basically about what they did to this. So when it gets to a certain RPM, it really kicks in with a lot of timing. See? So I'm not saying it's a bad thing, not saying it's a good thing, you know, just something for you to be weary of. This thing is extremely freaking powerful for a 6S. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at this diff. What I found too, what I've done on my other, I think on the, it might have been the, oh man, it's about like one of my favorite RCs, the buggy. God, why's the name slipping my mind now? But I put 2 gaskets on that diff, and I think that seemed to work. Golly, I don't know why I can't think of the name. There we go. See, if you're doing big air, it's not. Ooh. Yeah, that wasn't good. Yeah, like I say, the higher up you go, the more time you had to correct. When I'm doing like my review and I'm just using that ramp and I'm like a couple feet off the ground, it makes it hard. It does make it hard to correct. Whoa, oh. I don't know if I've ever backflipped anything off of this hill. I think we're about to try though. So freaking easy. So fast. Yeah, I think that's the first backflip off of this friggin' hill. I'm pretty sure it would do a double, but I don't want to risk it. Wow. see. I think those soft sidewalls hurt it too. Makes it good for bashing. For driving, not so much. I mean, all in all, it's a good RC. Crowley does a great job of putting together a few things. I've just always found it like hard to do anything with this ESC. I don't really like how. Ooh, I don't know why I just decided to do that. That was kind of dumb. Let me go slam it into the street. Golly, you know, this is the first time I've ever really like taken this thing for a big jump, and I gotta say that now I really feel like I missed out what this car is about. Cause good man, I have never had a car rotate that fast. Man, I think maybe I've been looking at this car the wrong way this whole time. Man. Like I said, there's a good bit of negative, and I hate to do that, but I want to be honest with you guys. Like the battery trays, and that's, you know, pretty much all the Team Corrales kind of had that issue that use this, like the 6S lineup that use that battery tray. Have a problem with that breaking that. Ooh. Now see, when I did my review, I just went off this little plastic ramp and I hit it just right and I broke that shock cap. But man, look at what we just put this thing through now. Absolutely solid, man. Now the wing, yeah, the wing would have snapped off by now. The axles are nice and straight. Man, you know, I'm kind of maybe a little upset. I think I've been missing out with this car's been I mean, they market it as a basher, and I think this thing is almost about like the Notorious, but a bit better planted for driving. I think maybe the Notorious can about maybe backflip this fast. Oh, there went a double. Shit. Damn. Wow. This thing. Wow. I'm sorry, Kagama. I guess I should have been using you more. Well, you know, that's why I say, you know, it's always nice to have more than one RC car, because depending on the flavor of the day, what you want to do, every RC car just acts and drives. It does something different and better than the other one. You know, I mean, Team Corrale really markets this thing as like the skate park, BMX park, basher. And that's about it. You know, they don't really market it as a racer, even though, you know, they have like a very strong race heritage. But I will say, true story, you know, I saw Razor did his comparison between this, the Sledge, and the Creighton all 6S, and he slammed the Sledge, said it was junk, not any good, even though he didn't even have it set up properly. The shocks were in the wrong spot, and I told him he was a Corrale fanboy, probably because Corrale put his name on the damn wing of that car. But you know, so I was like, I was all dead set to do a video, prove him wrong, which I never did. I just didn't want to get into it. But so I started watching other videos on the Kagama, and then I saw this guy over there in the UK, this guy in Wales, Chris with the C, was running a Kagama, and I like this content. You know, I started watching the channel, and you know, now here we are. We're pretty good friends. You know, I've been over there, visited him, and no, because of the Kagama. A friendship was forged in RC. Yeah, I definitely need to do something with that diff. It's oh man, there you have it. 1 year with the Kagama. It really surprised me. I've just been running it at the wrong places this whole time. I just never really appreciated like what a basher this thing really is for big air in that. Man, and now that I know what this thing can do, this is kind of like, you know, normally if I want to do big jumps and stuff like that, I was always reaching for the 6S Creighton, but I think the 6S Creighton might have some competition. So in 1 year of ownership, what have I broken? The wing, or the wing mount, and one bolt for that front shock tower. Other than that, I haven't really broken anything, but honestly too, I don't have a whole lot of packs through this car. But I think more are coming, because I'm really liking this, man. I'm really liking the way this thing drives now. Come on, one more. It's obviously catching the dang body on those jumps. Yeah, it never did that before. Like I said, I think all the fluid leaked out of that center diff. I might just put a little like silicone forming gasket on that stuff. Oh. Man, the Kagama. Dude, this 1 year video just totally changed my whole opinion of this car. I'm just blown away. Because I didn't realize this potential, because I've been using it in the wrong spots. If you're interested in one, go check out my friend Tyson at Garage Life RC. He sells them. They're on his website. No tax, because the state he lives in, he doesn't have to charge you sales tax on internet orders. So there's a huge savings right there. And if you're a veteran, he does offer a veterans discount, which is pretty cool. So support a little mom and pop place. He also has great battery covers and that. And I think he has a wing mount for this. I believe he does, but I already had, yeah, I think he made a wheelie bar and wing mount combo. I'm not 100% sure, but check out his website. I don't have it because I already had the wheelie bar on here. But yeah, he does make some pretty cool stuff. Wow, man. I'm just totally blown away. This is my whole opinion of this car has changed. You know, like I said, I already picked out, you know, kind of, I think some of the stuff to look out for. None of that's changed, but, man, guys, you know, I mean, you see it. If this is kind of what you want to drive, this could be the RC for you. If not, you know, there's others out there. Like I said, just buy an RC based on your style of driving, not based on, you know, what YouTube channel did, or, you know, because this guy threw it 50 feet in the air, it didn't break. That doesn't make for a good driving experience. It doesn't make anything, fun, you know, that much better or something. Because, you know, I don't know. I said, I have people say the sledge brakes. I have yet to break mine. So it all depends on your style of driving. But dude, the Kagama, yeah, wow, I'm just mind blown. Yeah, I don't know what to say, man. I like it, man. I've been using it in the wrong place, and I haven't been utilizing this car properly. But now that I know, we're going to have some more with the Kagama. Everyone, I appreciate the support. Links down below have discount codes and ways to help the channel, Teespring store, affiliate links, all that good stuff, Amazon store. Even if you don't buy anything out of my store, if you just go start off there, click on my Amazon store, buy whatever it is, I get commission. Helps me buy these cars because I've paid full price for this. Even though I have a partnership with Corrali, I always buy my cars because I have to wait for the European shipments to arrive, and they come in a month or two later than what I can get through Tyson. So I end up buying them, even though I could get them at a discount. So I still pay for it. But all right, everyone, appreciate the support. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.